Hello, all, Zasos here. So we're doing something a little bit different here. This was not found in the active queue. This is Thedford by Jugo de Vaca from the community Discord. They recently won the latest community run building competition, which was speedrun focused with this map, which again is Thedford. We're just going through it here. I'm not going to be showing all my lives here. There's 37 deaths on this run. It took like 40 minutes for me to finish. And no one needs to watch all that. The loadout I'm using here, dual swords with the speed boosting and grenade, is just because that would qualify for the hardcore rule set for speedrunning. And we just saw my first death there, just around this corner that we're just getting to here again. Yeah, so I have to swing twice at that one, and then there's another warmonger that is hiding in the flames that you have to use the non-lunge attack for in order to survive. That is one of the most dangerous setups that I run into in this base. And the other one is coming up now, which we'll see. Here, yeah, we've got these 4 plasma sentinels up here. Everything else here, like all these cubes and the pistons, they all got me once or twice across the 37 runs, because eventually I started making mistakes, getting tilted, and things weren't going particularly well because I was failing so much. But yeah, see here, we get up here by doing this, and then if you stay up there for too long, if you can survive the initial bit, it's fine, because those plasma sentinels don't have sightline on you anymore. The problem is they had sightline on you previously, so they can shoot where they last saw you, and the plasma cloud will kill you. Whereas without plasma cloud, they wouldn't be able to do that. So you see that I'm going through that again. Both the warmonger at the base there and the plasma sentinel up here, the plasma sentinels up here, they both killed me 4 times. So 8 times each at least. These hornets got me a few times as well. I think that was like 3 or 4 times. These pistons here got me once or twice. The lunging upwards through the cubes that beforehand got me once on each set of cubes. But I believe this time we're going to see the actual plan that I was going for. Yeah, see, once you're safely up there, you can grapple around and get all of them, because they can't actually see you when you grapple to one of the others. You also see that there's iron claws there. And those actually were saving me more than they were killing me, but I think if your strategy was a little bit different to what I'm trying, it would probably be different. This here, that never got me. That trap there, and we just saw that cube above the thing, above the gen mat. There seems to be an exit in that cube, and I never tried it, but I did try this. I thought, opaque corrosion cube, that might be a shortcut that was just being hidden from me. And then I jumped into it, and it was not. Turns out there is I spotted it as I was doing it, but there's a exit just above the corrosion cube. But I'd already committed to falling into the corrosion cube, so I died. Going back in here. I died once here too, to the piston just behind there that pops out because I jumped back off the thing because I was too high and ended up in the corrosion cube. It's yeah, just all things that kind of happen if you give them if you get enough chances, you got to mess up even like the smallest things. But yep, we're getting back to where the gem mat is. Not taking any chances with the grapple. Rid of that. And now we get to actually see that little opening that I just mentioned before. Yeah, so sit there. And we've got 2 plasma sentinels here. They both have self-destruct, which makes this area impassable. which not really a problem, but it does slow you down. I come in here and I was trying to deflect that, but I messed up the timing because I was moving forward. Type of thing that can happen, and especially when I wasn't even aware of what was in the room. This, one more swing here. Yeah, from this video it's gonna look like I actually got that consistently, but 8 deaths out of my 37 meant that, like, is that like a fifth of the time I just didn't get it. Similar thing for the shenanigan up here, which is why I'm so careful with trying to line it up. I think on this one I've started to get both of them killed, and that's me being grabbed by the claw and being saved. And I slashed at the claw pretty much on reflex, but it had already moved me out of the spot that was going to kill me, so that was good. That again. And we're going back down into the secret passage down here. I really wish I checked the other secret passage, the one above the gen mat. Tried to see if I could get through without killing these, so I could do that a little bit faster. Probably can, but I did not manage it. Here. Here, I go straight down, get that, and then I jump up and I just forget to swing at the hornet. Maybe I could have got out if I did that, but at this point I'm like, that path is too dangerous. I do not understand it well enough, and I just want to finish this level. This is quite a few attempts in. I think I'm at around the 25 mark at the moment, if I'm remembering correctly. That's another thing that never got a kill. That bolt trap on the other side of the cube there, that never killed me. But I could see how it could kill someone. There, and on back to the corrosion cubes below the iron claws got me once. I fell into it after I'd killed the sentinels. It was real silly. Now, 4 of these again. There are some ones where I just don't do that, but we might even see some of them. I believe this is the start of me going backwards. Yep. Yeah, so I'm just going backwards because I figure that's safer. I know the path. Get all the way to the bottom safely, which is not a given, as we'll see in a sec. That did kill me on the way in once or twice, but it never killed me on the way out, and yeah, the staggered corrosion cubes that I went for on the way in as the first trap is what gets me that time. I do at some point check to make sure that is possible to get through, and you can get through 2 corrosion cubes with just a grapple. If you are... If we're 2 corrosion cubes with just a grapple, if... since the corrosion cube nerf with alongside the patch that also reduced the plasma sentinels. I think that was the only time I managed to get that double slash, where I got both of those. I tried it so many times, but I always missed, and I think this one is the one where I'm like, okay, I need to bail down here, because that's safer than trying to kill all 4. And I can always get them on the way back up. And looks like I got most of them beforehand, which was just pure coincidence. Now I'm going to try jumping down. I believe I failed a grapple here. Yep. So I just jump up and drop down, and I'm too close to the corner, I get caught on the corner block and die. As I said, that dropping down that shaft is not actually a given. It's actually kind of dangerous. And let's go for this again. I really love that plan there, where I use the 2 slashes to get across the room and then take out the warmonger in the flame using non-lunges. That's just like a really fun answer to that particular issue. Okay. Got the 2 things that there's a little bit more safety here. Go up here, grab and kill as many of these as possible, and then we start dropping down. Back out. Trying to remember what happens here. It's either the drop or the final room. The final... Yeah. Okay, so it's not the drop. So we get through. So I'm just backtracking here. I get through these pretty easily. Pretty sure. Yep. Here. I haven't tested this, but I suspect that you can get through a corrosion cube with just the spike drive, but I shouldn't be testing it when I'm frustrated with a map, because that's silly. I should be testing it in my testing thing on flat ground, where I can guarantee nearly perfect. Scenario. Also, I'm not sure if I don't think I've mentioned this just yet. Those corner blocks, just as you're getting to the incinerator, they're really well designed. That's a really good little spot, because part of the reason that made that so difficult was that if I swung with the sledge blade and then swung with a regular sword and I didn't get the kill, I would die at that point, because the swords wouldn't regenerate quick enough for me to actually get the kills on all the others. There's another example of me surviving purely because of the iron core. That was pretty close. Almost fired. I was so close I probably would have died instantly. Yeah, because what I was saying about the warmongers, there's just not enough time for the sword attack delay to go through. If you mess it up. Oh, I think I know what this one is. Pretty sure I die on this drop here. Yep. I land in the cube right at the bottom. It's such a small space relative to what's going on down there, and I just happen to fall into it, and because of the delay, because I fell so fast, it's gonna kill me. For reference, with this one, if I did mess up the double slash, which I often did because of the bouncing up and down, because of the corner blocks, I would sometimes hit the feet and then I'd go for the main slash, and it would be at the body, and that's not going to work. I'd bounce off of it. I could still get the kill on the first warmonger. It was the second warmonger that was the problem. It would kill me coming through the fire, because the sledge would be stuck on the delay. Oh, I actually did keep in the one where I died in the corrosion cubes up the top there. Okay. Now, I think that's everyone that I kept in. So this might actually be the successful run. That was dangerous. I'm pretty sure that's what actually happened too. I actually just ran and jumped through the corrosion cubes because of the way they were placed. This is a replay, if you didn't notice the replay UI earlier, or the fact that my name's on the screen at all times. But I had intended to record it, but I forgot to turn on the recording. Anyway, almost done. It's a very fun level, like, really ingenious. There's so many good things going on here. There are very few levels that can be this dangerous without also being really open to allow more things to target you at once. This is never really more than a 2x2 corridor, and just so much of it is dangerous. Like, I don't recall a map where I've died to like every trap before. That's insane. The builder has done a very good job with this one. Coming out here. Now I'm pretty sure all I needed to do was be a little bit smart and aim a little bit higher with the grappling hook to get out there. Which is what I do here, and now I'm just trying to be careful here, because this is the actual exit. And that is it. So I hope you've enjoyed. That's just how I went through Thedford. There are multiple paths that I didn't take, including the one above the gem mat, the other three around the entranceway. So it could be worth checking out for yourself if you'd like to. And it should still be on social, I believe, if you want to give it a go. The name will be in the description. And anyway, until next time, I shall see you.